Hello kings, queens, and majesties, welcome to Whale Stat. I am Sliceable Otaku, and you already know what time it is. MiHoYo has done it yet again. Over on social media prior to the release of Genshin Impact version 2.2, to get ahead of the inevitable leaks to come, we now have the official announcements of some new characters to be expected with version 2.3. And I am so hyped. First and foremost, most importantly, we have the announcement of a new Geo character by the name of ARATAKI ITTO. This man looks incredible. In fact, he looks so good that I honestly could not believe that he was a real character. He looks so cool. I mean, no lie, he instantly became my favorite male character design in the game, and I am ready to throw my money at the screen to get him. For my fellow anime fans, this guy looks to me like a fusion between Rengoku from Demon Slayer and Jiraiya Sensei from Naruto. Two absolutely legendary characters. Hell, you could even say Yamato from One Piece. There is no doubt in my mind that this guy will be a 5-star, that is not even a question, and thankfully, we won't even need to question what sort of weapon type he'll wield on account of the massive Hasaikai he has. We are looking at a Geo Claymore user, something we already have in the form of Noelle. Now, you could argue that because he is wielding it with a single hand, that perhaps he is instead a Geo sword wielder. However, I'd say on account of the apparent Oni blood he possesses, he is likely to boast incredible strength that would allow for such a thing to be the case. Not only that, but Razor, a known Claymore wielder in his official art, grips onto his blade with a single hand as well. Now let's get into the description of this character, shall we? Fast as the wind and mighty as thunder, he is an intrepid man with Oni blood running through his veins. His key traits would be his striking horns and piercing voice that never goes unnoticed. He is an untamed soul who is wild and free, that even a person with the boldest imagination can be surprised by him. His heroic spirit and ardent heart guide him wherever he goes. His happiness is exuberant in each and every passing moment. Have you heard of the Araki gang before? No? No problem. From today on, we are now acquainted. We are the Arataki gang of Hanamizaka. Of course, you must be introduced to our most prominent leader, Arataki Itto. And so with all that, yet again, I am reminded of Rengoku on account of the exuberant personality of this character. Arataki is described to be the first and greatest head of the Arataki gang, so greatest by default as he has recently started the gang up. We also have a quote from someone named Kuki Shinobu. "Hello, I am Kuki Shinobu, deputy of the Arataki gang. I handle the affairs of the gang. If you come across any inappropriate behavior on the part of our boss, Arataki Itto, please contact me immediately. Here is my business card." Wow, the Demon Slayer vibes just keep flooding in. Shinobu? Really? Anyways, it seems like Arataki himself is troublesome enough all on his own. I am very excited for this character already, and I really hope his gameplay is at least half as beastly as his appearance and description imply. Geo characters at large tend to be shield oriented in some capacity, and so the same may to an extent be expected of Arataki as well. And I say this mostly on account of how Geo Elemental Resonance works. But with that being said, Arataki does seem like he would make for quite the forceful DPS character. And if the likes of Mona is any indication on account of her absent healing capabilities, Elemental Resonance isn't such a strict dictator of a character's kit. Honestly guys, we don't even know anything about this character's capabilities just yet, and I am already contemplating getting his constellations and dropping some crowns on him. And I am absolutely sure that I am not the only one. This sudden reveal no doubt derailed the plans of many players out there. However, Arataki isn't the only Geo character for us to look forward to, as there is also GOROU, General of the Watatsumi Armed Forces. And at that, GOROU is going to be our very first Geo bow user, one that I very much expect to be a 4-star character. And clearly the marketing strategy behind Inazuma Men is the exposure of stomachs. Well played, MiHoYo. Now, we already know him from the story, but it can't hurt to go over his description. A loyal and brave general of Watatsumi Island. Born with a beast-like fighting intuition and tenacious will, he can find a way to victory even in the most critical moments. He leads the Watatsumi troops, who have far fewer military resources compared to the shogunate. GOROU strives to ensure that the inhabitants of this island will live in safety and peace. Outsiders may not be able to imagine that Gorou, someone who faced thousands of enemies on the battlefield, is actually very affable and gets along with all his subordinates. In Gorou's eyes, the people around him are not only his brave soldiers, they are also his beloved companions. They are like treasure to be cared for and protected. The land that sustains us, the comrades that support us, the faith that encourages us to move forward. These are the most precious things for Gorou, to whom he devotes his loyalty and courage. Within Gorou exists a soul as vast and reliable as the earth. Overall, just a really sweet and loyal companion. Man's best friend, you might say. It is really nice to be receiving all these Geo characters, and I seriously cannot wait to start adding them to my teams. But to be real with you, the Watatsumi Resistance wasn't exactly as exciting as I feel they could have been, as the only ones willing to face off against the forces of the almighty Shogun. And so my enthusiasm for Gorou isn't through the roof or anything, but hey, a good character is a good character. If he plays well, at the very least, I have something to look forward to. Now, usually when we get character drops like this, we can expect a maximum of 3. However, because we only got 2 here, it is all but confirmed that we will be receiving a character rerun banner as well. As for who that character may be, we don't really know yet. As I've been saying for a while now, I would love an Albedo rerun, but perhaps 3 Geo characters here would be a bit of overkill, but who's to say? Besides that, I know a lot of people would be excited for a Ganyu rerun as well. That is, unless Child insists on appearing yet again. But all jokes aside, if this is going to be our November lineup, then you already know the holidays are going to hit different. Because before we move on to the next region of Sumeru, we are going to see the long-awaited Yae banner. A character that may arguably have more hype surrounding her than even the Raiden Shogun, who broke the charts. Who knows? That's just the word on the street. And by street, I mean some very eager stans over on Twitter. So tell me friends, where do you plan to spend your precious Primo Gems? Have these announcements shifted your plans at all? And are you as hyped for Arataki as I am? Leave us all your thoughts down below, and while you're at it, subscribe to WhaleStat with notifications on to keep up with all the latest content. You can also follow us over on Twitter at WhaleStat. We've been trying to be more active over there and would love to further our conversations with all of you. But yeah, I have been your host, Slice of Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.